Hello, my name is Salvatore Matisse. I am a current lab assistant here at the Hanlon Financial Systems Center, and today we have the opportunity to interview one of our alumni, Zhao. He was here at the lab from 2014 to 2016. We thank you for your time and taking this chance to interview with us.
Thank you for having me.
Perfect. How about we start with just a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so I was a master's student here. I spent quite a few years here in the lab as well. So after Stevens, I joined a company in the West Coast. It's a kind of a financial technology company called HFSL. I spent 2 years here as a quant developer. Basically, my whole career is a quant developer. And then I moved back to the East Coast. I joined RBC as a desk quant, supporting their flow trading business, equity flow trading business. Then 3 years later, I moved to Millennium. I joined a trading pod. We trade equity options.
Very nice. I know your experience started at an undergrad in China at Shandong University. Can you talk a little bit about your journey to the States and how you ended up at Stevens?
So basically, I was studying math in my undergrad, and then I was like, what can I do after undergrad? So studying financial mathematics or financial engineering is one of the options. So just took my chance and tried it. Took a few classes in my undergrad about finance, liked it, and then came here.
Perfect. Yeah, I think that's really important to keep on continuing that academic journey, trying to find some applications. During your experience during the FE, what did you find? How did you find the most success when getting through the program? Maybe some advice for students just starting now or thinking about starting the FE program.
I would say it's like the mixed, different types of knowledges we can learn from here. Like the program offers, if you want to go to like theoretical, if you want to learn theoretical stuff, you can. Or if you want some like applications, you can also. There are tons of courses you can choose, and also from my personal experience, the work I did for the lab also helped a lot. So I think it's kind of the diversity that Stevens offers here that is kind of the advantage we have.
Perfect. And yeah, you said some of the work you did at the lab helped you out. So you worked at the lab during your studies for the Master's of Engineering of your financial engineering program. Tell me about some of the things that you did at the lab.
A lot of things, right? So basic stuff from moving the servers to configuring the servers, maintaining all the computers here, learning the softwares, helping the professors, all that stuff. Like we configure, like back then, about 10 years ago, right? We configured all the Python environment that really helped, right? And all that Linux experience I got here that helped me to got my first job. So I think it's a great opportunity for myself that be able to get into these while I was at school.
Perfect. And then, what do you think the importance is of getting, a master's degree really to try and get into these quantitative roles that are now popping up?
I think, yeah, it's so. For example, when I was at RBC and then we were trying to hire new grad student, then having a master degree really is one of the key point that differs the students who have them and the students who don't have them, and the knowledge that a student with a master degree can really provide. I think that's different.
Perfect.
That's the all new screens.
Yes, yeah, I think that was one thing we'll definitely touch on.
Yeah.
Well, starting here, we could talk about the new screens. Anything that really stands out that's different from your experience when you were here?
Honestly,
It's all pretty similar upstairs?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
So Yeah, we used to have those 19-inch twin screens
Yeah.
for all the machines over there. Mm-hmm. And I heard from I know Zhao very well, and then I heard from Zhao that all the computers are newly purchased and they're very expensive. And all that.
We were actually just talking about so one of the chairs had an issue the other week, and we were thinking these are probably the same chairs actually from.
Oh, chairs.
Yeah, just something that we were joking about
they
earlier.
Are.
They're old.
They look familiar to me. Yeah.
And then just the the new TVs on the side showing Bloomberg, definitely attractive to students here. Put some displays on there.
Oh, that TV is new. Yeah, I remember those were like 4 screens.
Yes.
Is that 4 screen or 9 screen?
That's I don't remember what it was because these are even new. I think from this past winter. So it's really just nice having the constant flow of information from Bloomberg if anyone really wants to come in here and start.
Oh yeah,
doing some research.
I first know Bloomberg before I came to Stevens. I didn't know what Bloomberg
Really?
is. Yeah.
Was there any Bloomberg terminals here when you?
Yeah. So
Okay.
when this lab started, 2013, I think,
Okay.
I was sitting with one of the senior students, and he was showing me what's Bloomberg and what
Interesting.
Bloomberg can do. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, and then so we were thinking back at our YouTube.
Okay.
The first video that's ever posted was you doing an introduction in this chair. So
Okay.
yeah, just feel free to take a seat, and we can just get a little flashback
Okay.
where he was about 10 years ago now.
What do I do?
Yeah.
What do I do?
Yeah, I mean, just it's pretty good. I know back then there was 2 monitors here, that are now we just replaced it with
Probably.
1. But I think
Probably.
those Bloombergs there stayed the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just think it's pretty neat that 10 years have changed, but it's still the same feel.
Feels good coming back.
Yeah, definitely. All
Well,
right.
I don't know anybody except for school.
Yeah.
And Professor Lerner as well. I know him.
Lonan was here.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he teaches undergrad as well. I've had him a few times for my classes.
He's a really good.
Stochastic calculus.
Yeah.
Oh, the server room, yes. And then one over there as well.
I remember one of my first job in the lab was to do the inventory. So I had to organize all the cores, all the stuff back in the server room and
Nice.
organize them in the closet
Yeah.
and everything and label everything. So
Yeah.
it was fun.
Yeah, I still have the same rules to this day. What courses did you teach when you were here?
I taught the R programming.
Okay.
Yeah, back then, R was like still trying to compete with Python.
Okay.
Right now, Python is winning, obviously,
Yes.
right? But like 8 years ago, R was widely used. I'm sure it's still widely used
Yeah.
by statisticians.
Yeah, R definitely has its advantages for the working with data, especially financial data. Was there any specific PC that you really found yourself at most of the time, or was it random when you were doing your work in here?
They're all different right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I use the research from PC a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Good. Yeah, I think now we'll head down to Hanlon 2, which,
Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, wasn't here when you were.
Oh,
working.
it wasn't. That definitely wasn't. But,
Yes.
I've been in that lab once.
Okay.
Yeah, with one of my friends that used to be a lab assistant as well.
Cool. Perfect.
How's Forrest doing?
He's doing good. Yeah, he teaches a couple classes here, both undergrad and graduate.
The FA program is getting bigger and bigger.
Yes, the FA. There's a new program, BIA.
Really?
Yeah, business intelligence and analytics
Within
for the masters. Yes.
Okay.
Just really trying to leverage AI usage. But yeah, so this is Hanlon 2. It's a lot of screens in here.
Yeah.
A lot of Bloomberg terminals. Just really big usage for this lab, and definitely a big addition to the School of Business.
Yeah.
Any initial thoughts?
I'm trying to remember how was it like last time, but it was a few years ago. I only been here like once,
Okay.
so I don't really remember. How about do you know the Bloomberg terminals here? Do you know what's the price of?
I'm not sure what the price of the terminals are.
But I'm sure it's definitely there's maybe a small discount compared to the industry price.
Yes.
But not too much by
Yeah,
knowing what
definitely, yeah.
what Bloomberg is like.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot to offer. I think this room is especially used a lot. I don't know if you've heard of the Stevens Student Managed Investment Fund. It's for undergrad students. They manage a portion of the endowment. And they use.
I heard it. I saw this on LinkedIn, all the posts
Yes.
that Professor Kaufman
Yes.
made.
Yes.
But I didn't hear this a lot when I was here. Maybe do you know when was it?
I'm not sure the year it was found. I know it is still fairly new. It's only undergrad students. They take a lot of time, especially in this room, is when where all their equity research really comes from. We have quite a few terminals in here, and same as upstairs. So as for the pricing, I'm hoping we probably get a discount for student usage.
You should. You should.
But it's definitely a huge advantage that we have here.
course.
And then, just especially with all the terminals we have. Obviously, our teaching station here, the whiteboard. Overall, just a very nice room. They teach our classes. I know these are all undergrad because that's my personal experience, but I know probably a lot of master's classes as well. I believe Florescu teaches his FE class in here as well. Just overall, try and keep it modern. It looks good.
It looks fancy.
Yeah, it looks very fancy. A lot of monitors. Yeah, definitely.
The endowment fund, do you know they invest fixed income, they invest equity, derivatives?
Yeah, so they're majority equity, and that's what it's been for a while. They recently added a fixed income division, and I'm not sure if it's confirmed yet, but I have a couple friends in it, and they are considering using derivatives to kind of as a hedge against their equity investments. So they really do a lot, and I think it's a great opportunity for undergrads to really try and get their hands dirty. Especially the finance students. Not as much there's also a quantitative team that does mostly risk management. I believe they have an algorithmic trading team, and with the new shift program that we have here for the algorithmic trading as well. But yeah, it's overall equity trading. Really trying to just long-term growth is their goal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just a couple more questions. For the CS degree, are there any CSs that work in the finance industry? And then,
Of course.
Yeah, and what does that kind of look like for them?
For CS students, I think mostly in big organizations, either big investment bank or big hedge funds, they need people to work on their technology, right? Need on the infrastructure, the servers, the system they're creating for whatever business they're supporting. So, for example, the business I was in when I was at RBC, we have, so it's, again, it's equity flow trading. So about 10 traders, but a much, much bigger technology team supporting this business.
Okay.
So, and in Millennium, which is my current employer, they also have centralized technology teams actually in different locations of the world and supporting different businesses, and also some PMs will hire computer science students as well.
Okay. Yeah, and what qualifications do you think those students should have and really strive for when they're doing their master's studies?
Computer science, I think right now is definitely not the best environment for them because AI is taking over everything, including, I have not only students from the computer science background, but also students from the finance background. We're discussing not students, sorry, employees from the finance background. We're discussing, how AI can change the research analyst job, right? So AI is taking over everything, and it's, I think as a student, you have to keep up, not only using AI to help with your course, but also using AI to try to utilize that and try to try to help with your projects, and then try to come up with ideas and use AI to enhance and make and implement and make your idea better.
Okay. Yeah, that kind of leads into the follow-up is kind of just about the job market in general. It's obviously a lot of students are looking for, a very limited amount of jobs. Kind of from on your end as, an employee of such a big company, what, besides AI, is there anything else that they should really be doing to make sure they try and stand out in such a big applicant pool?
Yeah, I think that's a very good question. The short answer is I don't know.
Okay.
Because like right now, even like the job markets for for traders and for PMs and for financial analysts, including the programmers. They are kind of in a very unstable situation right now. So I think everyone's job is, I won't say at risk, but you need to work really hard in order to keep your job.
Okay.
As for students, actually, I would like to ask you, how do you feel about the job market?
Yeah, so currently as an undergrad, I'm lucky enough to have an internship this upcoming summer for an insurance firm. And when I take my master's, I'm kind of using that to further my knowledge. I think a really big thing that we're told to do now, especially, is networking, connecting, utilizing all those connections. LinkedIn, for example, because at this point, most hires are coming from a connection. I feel like that's what we've been told, at least. Obviously, the more technical you get, you need those skills, but they always, it's always good to be knowing of someone in the firm and have that personal connection with them.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. So, as for me, I can't do much as a one person, but I was trying to, for example, I tried to help with the hiring of a previous a PhD student from Stevens who just graduated. So I think connection networking is definitely very important, and also internship is very important. I had 2 internships before I can land my first job, so they are experience. I think, before graduation, years before graduation, you need to start preparing.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another big thing is just doing research and really just trying to stay as marketable as you can, having your resume as updated as possible, doing stuff that you wouldn't just do normally in your degree, and trying to think outside of the box. Cool. All right. Good. You can walk. Good. All right. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
I think we're